Hey guys, this is Power602 and welcome to a new series that I'm starting on my channel called the QuickCash series. And what this is going to be is me playing old school RuneScape or RuneScape 3, whichever one I decide. And it's just going to be a series of little methods that I have found to get a good amount of cash in a little bit of time. These are not going to be any sort of guide to like 300k per hour or anything like that. No, this is just like if you need a quick 50 to 100k to either replace a quip that you might have lost or to get the items for a quest real quick, or runes for alking or anything like that. And yeah, so I don't know how long this series is going to be. I don't know how often it's going to come out. I'm very inconsistent, as all of you guys may have known. And this first one's going to be monsters that you can kill for quick cash. And so my stats are around the 70s. I normally use melee because I'm a loser. Range, I'm not very fond of range. It just kind of bores me sometimes. And magic is very expensive. And range also costs quite a bit too. And my prayer is just enough for the protect from melee. And the equipment I have this is just the equipment that I use for when I'm gonna either do training or do something that doesn't really need super high leveled gear. This isn't stuff that I'd bring for Barrows runs, except for the Abyssal Whip and maybe Dragon Defender. I want to use them for Barrows runs or any sort of bossing. That I would use Barrows armors for that, but for this is pretty good. Dragon Med Helm, Granite Body, Dragon Plate Legs, Dragon Boots, Combat Bracelet, Ring of Wealth, Dragon Defender, and Abyssal Whip. And for this cape, you can either do Obsidian Cape or not. I don't. I think it's super expensive for the little stats it gives. Because if you look at this is like plus 200-ish. And the Obsidian Cape like only gives you like 7 into each of these, and that's not really that big of a difference to me. I don't know, if you want it, by all means go ahead, but it's pretty expensive for this small amount of stats. The Abyssal Whip is optional because that is expensive. This is about 2.3 bill right now, or 2.3 mil. Sorry, not bill. 2.3 mil. And that can be a little bit pricey for some of you guys who don't have that kind of money. And who knows, maybe after this you might get enough to get that. But a Dragon Scimitar works perfectly fine. Dragon Longsword if you don't want to do Monkey Madness, because that is a long quest. I actually haven't done that quest yet. If you look right here, Monkey Madness. Nope, not done. I've done Grand Tree. And I've done all the other quests for it. I have all the requirements. I really don't like long quests, but that's just me. Any other Ceridome and Sword you can use, but that's also pretty expensive. And you don't get to use the Dragon Defender with it. But first monster on our list is Hill Giants. Specifically the ones near Varrock. Literally, probably it's right south of the Grand Exchange to the west in a little shack, and you will need a brass key to be able to get in. For these guys, if you're around my level, or you guys probably won't be at my level if you really need the gold. Most people who are high level will probably already have enough gold that they don't need any of these methods. So if you're on like level 50s or 60s, that should be fine. Just make sure to bring a good amount of food, because these guys also will aggro you if you're a lower level. There are some safe spots for ranging if you want to do that, but since I don't range, I don't particularly know the spots very well. You can always use magic with the safe spots. And so for these guys, they're pretty easy. And they drop big bones and lumpwort roots. Those are the two things that you will want to pick up that will get you the most money in a little bit of time. So I'm just going to really quick kill enough to get a full inventory, and then we'll see how much that gets. took me about 5 minutes to get one inventory full, and I did not eat my lobster because that would kind of be a waste of money. The difference between lobster and big bones isn't really that much. So I got kind of unlucky with my drops. I only got one limpet root, and I also got some nature runes and law runes, which I picked up because they will cost a bit more than one big bone. But they don't really drop that commonly, so I didn't really count it in the important drops. Limpet roots I can get anywhere between one time I got 7 drops in one inventory, which was absolutely insane. So if you were to put all these into Grand Exchange, and when I sell these, I always like click the down choice, so it's like 10% less than what the Grand Exchange says the median price is, and I do that so it'll sell right away. It's not the best thing you want to do if you want to make the most money you possibly can, but I do it because it's faster. Okay, for one full inventory, it took me about 5 minutes. I was able to get 11k. So for 5 minutes, and let's say plus banking, so 6 minutes, you could get about 100k per hour if you wanted. If you were to do that for a good amount of time, and you don't need to be very high level to do that. It's quite easy. So, and I did not eat, like I said, I did not eat a single lobster because my level is a bit high for that place. So they weren't really able to do any damage on me. For the next spot, we have flesh crawlers, and this is on the second level of Stronghold. These guys are only level 35. They have about 25 HP. It's a pretty good place for training, and it's also a very good place for getting some money while training. But the big con with this is that there's a lot of people and botters. And you can normally tell they're botters, and this isn't a guaranteed way to tell, but most of the time, in order to tell if they're botters, if they're wearing full adamant with a rune scimitar, and the reason why they're wearing adamant when they could most likely be wearing rune is because they didn't do the Dragon Slayer quest to be able to wear the rune plate body, and so it'd be kind of suspicious if all these people had rune chains, because it would prove that they're just an account made just for coming here to bot. It's really annoying because most worlds have like anywhere between 1 and 5 people just sitting here killing constantly for the longest times. And if you're wondering how I know that they're botters, or at least most of them are, one time I was training at night and I left my computer on all night, and I wasn't here. I logged off, but when I logged back on the next morning in the same world, the exact same people were still there. They were there for nearly 10 hours in the same spot, and no one can do that. I mean, if you can do that, that's pretty impressive, but I doubt 3 people on the exact same world are both staying up all night just for this. That's ridiculous. There's not that many people do that, especially not in the same world. So not everyone here is going to be a botter, but there will be here and there a few, but it's annoying. Just if it's pretty obvious, report them. If not, don't, because Jagus doesn't really do a whole lot about it. I've reported people and nothing's really changed, but that's alright. So let's see how long it takes to get a full inventory from these. And at these guys, they don't hit very much, but they can hit quite often sometimes. You will need a bit of food. I didn't take a whole lot because, again, my level is pretty high. But you don't need to be very high of a level to go here. The drops that you will want are mostly herbs. And they drop stackable iron ore. Don't pick it up if it's not stackable, because you could save that spot for something else. But don't pick up Marintil, Haralander, Terramin, or Guam, because they don't cost very much. The ones you want to pick up are Canantine, Avanto, Quarm, Grimy Irrit, Dwarfweed, and out of all of them, the one you want to pick up the absolute most, if you see it, pick it up immediately, Renarweed, because those cost 5k each. and sometimes I can get between 2 and 5 per inventory. So if you get 5 of them, that's 25k just with the Renar, not even considering any of the other herbs that you get. But getting a full inventory will take a bit. They don't drop consistently like with hill giants that have a 100% chance for bone drops every time. These also drop fire runes, which I don't really pick up because I don't need fire runes. They cost like 5 GP each, so it's not really worth it. This was a pretty good run. It took me about 40 minutes, so that's actually quite a while. But oh, look at all this stuff. That is quite worth it. So let's see what we got from all of this great loot. If you're wondering why I'm not just using the price checker, oops. The reason for that is because using the price checker will only tell you the average price of it on the Grand Exchange at this moment. That won't be what you actually get from all of this and all of these drops. See, like these ones didn't even sell at minus 10% of the normal range, which, you know, that sucks. I wish it did, but what can you do? Wow, you really don't want to sell, huh? Okay, well, let's try you at $17.50. That is a pretty low price. So, wow, Amentos really went down. Same with Ear Leaf. And it's probably because there are so many botters. I know Renarweed actually will be pretty high and sell because those are used for prayer potions. So people are going to absolutely love those and want them immediately. Okay, the Ear finally sold. I don't know about the Avento, man. This will just not sell. Okay, I'll go to 1500. How about that? There we go. So 80k. That is a good amount. For 40 minutes? Yeah, that's pretty well. If you were to be there, if you were to do this for a few hours, what you probably get per hour is anywhere between, depending on how lucky your drops are, anywhere between 100k to 125, maybe a little bit more. But and if at my level, if you're not at my level, per hour you're probably just gonna make around 80k, like that. Probably take an extra 20 minutes to get all those kills because I can kill them kind of fast. But yeah, so that is flesh crawlers. That is pretty good. Let's see how much we have now. I don't have very much money. 200k. That's not a lot at all. That's because I bought Darox, Abyssal Whip, and all this stuff right here. It costed me a lot of money. Also, I did recently die. This is really embarrassing, but I did recently die while training. I wasn't paying attention, and I had to buy a new pair of boots, body, helmet, bracelet, ring, and necklace. So that's why I'm actually doing this right now, is because I want to get that money back, so I'm not so poor. Next up, cows. Now, I know what you're thinking. I already know this. Cowhide, bones, whatever. But, you know, there might be some of you out there who don't know how good cows are for making money, because every cow you kill, that are super easy to kill, even a level 10 could kill one. Oops, don't pick up the raw beef. Out of all of those, do not pick up the raw beef like I just did. You want the cowhide and the bones, because look how much each of those go for. Bones have actually gone down in price, which kind of sucks. They used to be about 100 or more. I don't know about cowhides because it's been forever since I've sold one, but it's pretty good. 200 coins per kill, and they actually they die pretty fast, so that's good. And it's very easy to get one inventory full, and right next to the cow pen is Lumber's Castle, so you can bank these pretty easily. So we're just gonna go for one inventory as usual, and this is probably gonna go really fast. I'm not even gonna. I might speed it up depending on how long it takes, but it should only take like 2 to 3 minutes for an inventory. And there's also what you can do after the cowhides is after grabbing all the cowhides is to tan them so that they can go up in price even more, so they're even better. But I have not checked the prices of tanned cowhides right now, so I have no idea. It's been forever since I've killed cows because I haven't needed money that badly in quite a while. But for me, when I first started playing old school, cows were the reason why I got my first 100k, because I killed them until I had about 400 cowhides, and I didn't pick up any bones for, I don't know why I didn't pick up any bones, but I didn't pick up any bones. So 400 cowhides, and then I tanned all of them. It was pretty cool for my level, because if you're high level, you probably only get like, I can't remember what I got, like probably like 80k, 90k. I have no idea, but that's just my guess. And for my level, that was pretty awesome. Like I could buy almost whatever gear I needed with no problems. If I needed rune, now that might be a different story because I'd also need to do a quest for that. But there we go. We already have a full inventory. But yeah, it was really easy. All you need is patience, because if you get bored, you're never gonna get anywhere in this game, because this game can be a huge grind fest. So good luck. And then after this, you can just go through this gate, come over to here to Al Kharid. Kharid? Yeah, something like that. And there's the tanner right there, but you need money to tan, so I'm gonna go to the bank real quick. Then bank all the bones and grab out, like, I don't know, I'll just grab 1k. I don't need nearly that much, but now we're gonna tan them real quick, and this will increase the price even more for just a little bit of extra time. So I don't know, you don't trade. Yes, please. So use soft leather. Always do soft leather. Never do hard leather. So I think it's 1 coin for each. And now look at the price of them. Nearly doubled, which is awesome. So imagine 400 of those at 200 apiece. Yeah, that was probably about 80k. So that's pretty nice for someone. If you're like level 20 or 30 and you just want to make some cash so you can buy some new armor, this method is great. You will absolutely love it. Oops, I didn't grab the right runes. And yeah, this is gonna be the last monster on my list, because I don't know, I had some other ones in mind, but it takes a while to make these, and I doubt you guys would want to go through like 30 minutes of video. Actually, this one's probably going to be kind of long anyway, but just to find one good spot to kill at for an hour. But yeah, out of all my spots, my favorite was the flesh crawlers, but I stopped that because it's just so crowded and annoying having to world switch. And that was back when World Switcher wasn't out yet, because if you try to leave, you have a World Switcher, and it's super useful. But back when I was at Flesh Crawlers, if it got too crowded, the only thing I could do was exit through the annoying doors and then wait 10 seconds until I can switch. So, wow. In about, that was probably like 3 minutes, 4k. That's not bad, especially that's for really low levels. So 4 or 5k in about, probably for them would be like 5 minutes. That's not bad at all, especially when you can do it for long periods of time and gain a lot of XP for your level. I'm surprised I didn't level up. Wow, that is super close. But yeah, that's it for this this video. I'll probably be coming up with the next one for skilling. Just simple money making guides for skilling if you just need a little bit of cash. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.